Hello guys, and welcome to episode 5 of my Vistula campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Soviet side. Today we are going to be defending once again. The 2nd Battalion of the 12th Motorised Rifle Brigade is under attack. Previously we defended multiple times against the Germans. We lost the first battle. The Panthers have broken through, but they ended up getting surrounded as they overextended. Then we had a few successful battles after that. However, I did actually have to go back and replay them since I accidentally overwrit my autosave, which was rather silly of me. But I played them all again and we're back to where we were. The outcomes were actually slightly worse overall, so I didn't really benefit from doing that. But here we are. Anyway, the 2nd Battalion of the 12th Motorised Rifle Brigade versus a lot of Germans. These are, in fact, like a lot of artillery brigades and regiments, but if they bring in a lot of units in Phase A, like a lot of these battalions in Phase A, they're going to have the full 60 points, which is, in fact, 90 points to the AI because they are on hard difficulty. So we're going to be, like, swarmed at the start massively. So I was considering how we could actually deal with that, and bombers is probably the best bet because we haven't used them yet. I didn't use them to bombard anything because all of the units in this campaign recover 3 action points at the end of the turn, so there's not really much point in doing so unless you're playing it offensively. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring those in. And I'm probably just going to want a Phase B unit to help us out afterwards. So there's the 2nd Guards Cavalry Corps HQ, which has the Katyushas and the mortars. There's the 3rd Battalion of the 12th Motorised Rifle Brigade, which isn't very strong. Or we can bring in the 9th Guards Cavalry Regiment, which is probably the strongest out of all of them. So that's what we're going to choose. We were considering bringing in the 160th Tank Regiment, but they come in Phase C, and I'm not sure we would make it until Phase C if we dropped either the bombers or the 9th Guards. So I think this is how we're going to have to play it out. I think it's going to be a conquest battle since we have no action points. So let's just jump in, see what they bring. They look like they brought maybe one of the artillery. They brought in some AT and they are attacking with, I think, the Fusiliers. Is that? Either way, we'll jump straight in and it will tell us on the right hand side. I've no idea what map is going to be, but it looks like it's this one, the one with the big old valley in the center, and it's in fact Breakthrough, which is interesting. Okay, so this changes things a little bit, more in just terms of placement of units than anything else. Let's see. So the 3rd SS Armoured Artillery Regiment, the 102nd Tank Destroyer Battalion, and the 102nd Fusilier Battalion. Interesting. I'm not sure what those consist of entirely, but there's going to be a decent amount of troops to deal with in Phase A. I think we do have some AT guns, yes. We actually have a severely limited amount of infantry here because the 1st company is already depleted. It could make things quite difficult. I think best bet is just kind of engage them from range at the start. So probably just going to get a bunch of Schalke DP to kind of zoom up and unload on the edge of these tree lines. And we'll probably put a load of stuff in the town. Let's go ahead and just deploy these like so. I'm actually just going to have them all deploy like in the center area, and then we'll give them orders to spread out after that. I'm going to do the same here. They'll probably spread into the trees automatically if I forget. Let's bring in some command with those. And it may be worth bringing in the commander behind them. Do I have any mortars? I do. I could put the mortars by the command, by the commander there. Let's put this on the right hand side. Probably just going to have them on the road. Unload there. Let's put the Maxims in the town. Probably just put one in the church. Not normally the best idea, but in this case, I'm not sure there's actually much that can hit us from range. Maybe some IGs or something. I'll have to wait and see. If there are IGs, then I'm going to just have to fall back. Could be worth deploying up here with a few units. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm also considering pushing up some AT guns. Is there anywhere I can actually place AT guns that can already shoot at reinforcing roads? Like I could put one here, for example. Maybe if we put it in like in the back garden, we can shoot up this road. Yeah, that's fine. Can I shoot at this one? Maybe just about. Push it as far forwards as we can. There we go. Turn off APCR. Give it an attack move forwards. This one, turn off APCR because they're going to be shooting at transports. And then probably do the same on this side. This one's fine. That's actually a really good place. Turn off that, and we'll do that. Give it an attack move order to the left-hand side, so it stays in the open shooting at stuff coming down the road until it finally gets into cover there. That's what we're doing. Could bring in a couple Strelki here, that's probably a good idea, just to kind of cover them. And I do have another Strelki Comrati, so we'll bring those in. Cool. So that's going to defend those. And then we need maybe a bunch on this left-hand side. But I'm not sure how far up we're going to be able to get. And also, can I deploy an AT gun in line of sight? I guess here's not the worst idea. Put one there. And then we'll bring in a few Strelki. I'm just going to have them go up and occupy these buildings. We're being quite aggressive here, but because it's breakthrough, if we hold them at the front, then it'll be total defeat pretty quickly with the new system. So, yeah, we just got to hold off the initial push and then we're okay. I have a bunch of Avtos here. Not sure if I need to use those. I might deploy a Superdi on the right-hand side just in case. Where can we put Avtos? Because we're engaging at range for the most part. I guess I could bring in some here, or maybe like here, somewhere in the center. Because this is definitely open. They might get to this part before we do. So that would be probably the best place. I think what I'm going to do is we'll just put them on in transports here. And I won't deploy them anywhere until I need to. We'll just kind of have them there in the trucks, and then I can send them anywhere where they get close. We do have mortars, so I think I'm just going to deploy them all like around the commander. Gonna put him on return fire so he doesn't reveal himself. And probably just have them on fire at will or counter battery at the start. Maybe have one on counter battery just so that any mortars they have aren't too much of a problem. Right, that's as good as it gets, I think. We have a couple of Superdi, some PTRS squads, and some Strelki left, and the supply. We really don't have much to work with. Probably going to want to buy a bomber. It might be worth actually dropping a couple of these Avtos so that after the first tick we can bring in a bomber. Get 2 500 kilogram bombs, that would be pretty good. Alright. Off we go. Looking for the snipes onto their transports. That's an enemy mortar. Counter battery, fire at well, fire at well. Ooh, okay. Interesting. They actually got a lot closer than I thought they would. But we're doing quite a lot of damage, so that's nice. Just going to want to get into cover here. ASAP. Cool. I think I'm actually going to move this mortar forwards. It may be worth just moving all of these forwards, because their mortar's probably going to fire at ours anyway. Alright, where are they? There's a bunch of units here. I might just bring the Aptos over here, because they're probably going to come through the light forest. We'll deploy them at the bottom, because this is in fact like a two-layered hill, so we can get stuff around on this road without being shot at. Having seen their deployment, it may be a good idea to bring in the rest of my troops. Well, these are SK-100s. Oh boy, okay. let's run away from that position. Or maybe just bring them across. That's pretty rough. It looks like there's not too many infantry squads actually attacking us right now. That's nice. Probably shouldn't have used a full back order, honestly. So that I could manually move them wherever I needed to. But oh well. So far, so good. Oh, gonna have to move that 45 mil. So 4 minutes until victory. They decided to attack with recon units, so I think that's why it's not really working for them. Oh, this is so much artillery. Damn. Yeah, that's rough. They did in fact come through here, so gonna have to make sure they keep falling back. Get into the trees here with the Avtos, and then we can smash them a little bit with those. Oh, I lost that unit because I wasn't paying attention. Had it sped up. Now let's bring on a couple Sapelli here, and I'm not sure I'm going to need another Avto there. Maybe further down. Not sure. But yeah, those artillery pieces are pretty scary, so we're going to have to probably spread out. I'm just going to try and take out that SK-100. And then we're going to move all of those back, because otherwise the counter battery is going to be pretty horrific. Probably just going to... Actually, I can't leave the commander there if we're doing that. I will do until they fire. Was that their commander? It is, yeah. The Avtos absolutely destroyed him. Alright, this isn't good. Those Fusiliers, they do have an MG34. Wow, we are slaughtering those guys though. Those Avtos are doing so well for us. Okay. Well, that's the SK taken out as well. The SK-100's dead. Honestly, this is going better, much better than I expected. But I think it's just because of the amount of artillery they have. I can in fact bomb any artillery we see. I completely forgot about them. Classic. Forgot about my bombers. Alright. There's one. There's one. And there's one. I didn't bring in the bombers for nothing. May as well be using them. Let's unload these and push them through here, because that's being hit pretty hard. I'm hoping these bombers can like one pass. Because if not, it's pretty disappointing. We won't be doing much damage. Ooh, those guys are getting hit pretty hard. Let's just bomb those. They're all recon units, so they're barely affecting the front line. Well, victory. Total victory. In 7 minutes, we lost 1 unit on Stroke DP to an 81mm mortar. I should have checked actually to see if we got any kills on artillery. Oh, no, yeah, we did, okay. So we killed 3 150mm, 2 100mm, and 2 81mm mortars. Cool. Not too bad. Although they're probably going to get attacked again, surely. Because they didn't commit with everything. Okay. Well, the Airman Goering, Panzer Division's first major detachment, is detraining at Warsaw. Great. Fantastic. That is these fellas, I would assume. So the plan here is just to kind of get some units on top of Radzymin and then build up enough of a force that I can push towards Warsaw. However, we are going to have to deal with the 5th SS Tank Destroyer Battalion here. That's kind of sat in our way alongside the 46th Panzer Corps. We can attack them in Phase A with both the 50th Motorized Rifle Battalion and the 50th Tank Brigade, which may be a good shout. Because these Jagdpanzers, although they're relatively strong, we will overwhelm them quite well. Plenty of disorganized troops to attack down here. We have our own disorganized 184th Tank Regiment, which isn't ideal. And we're going to have to find a way to deal with the 1st SS Panzer Regiment 3, because they are in a really awkward position for us. I guess I could commit potentially to attacking the 3rd SS Recon Panzer Battalion. That may be the way to do it. Because these are mostly light troops. So mostly recon. There is some Panzergrens in there, but mostly light vehicles. So my 160th Tank Regiment would be able to smash them pretty hard. And then these would only be reinforcing in Phase C because they only have 1 action point. So that, I think, would be the best way to do it. There is plenty of units here we can destroy. I could probably push up into the 2nd Battalion of the Infantry Regiment 84, but I'm going to want to do that with a rather healthy battalion here because they are likely to be counterattacked. I wonder if we can push through here. If I attack the 4th Battalion of the 3rd SS Armoured Artillery Regiment. What could reinforce? They can reinforce in Phase A, the 102nd Infantry Division HQ. It's not very strong at all though. It's just Grenadiers, it's like 1 company of troops. There is some good opportunity for attack here. I'm looking forward to this. Okay. So, first things first, I want to see what's going on with the recon. So we'll just shift these up and across and just kind of see what's coming. That's okay. I'm going to just go straight up here. And we're going to go up through here as well. I don't know if well, this recon will probably go up the motorway. So let's go up here towards Vistula. There is the 2nd Battalion of the 12th Panzergrenadier Regiment. Okay. Nothing too heavy that we've seen so far. Let's move these into position near Radzimin. It's unlikely the 2nd Battalion of the 19th Armoured Artillery Regiment is going to be attacking, because I don't think they can initiate attack being an artillery regiment, but that might have changed because we are in a different campaign now. Like, the action points have changed, like every unit getting back 3 action points is like crazy. Oh, I also need to move these guys up on this side. This is the other recon unit. I'm going to squeeze around the flank there. The idea being that we'd encircle these eventually. But, yeah. Let's not risk it. I'm just going to bring these up to Radzimin and leave them there. The recon, I'm tempted to kind of push forwards a little bit just to see what's down here, but probably no point in tempting fate. I am going to have to commit some forces into here, but we have these guys that can sort of zoom down and cut into the gap. Although, this recon Panzer Battalion is a problem. I may have to use this recon to give me more space in my back line. Just kind of get rid of this area here and head up to Vusus. I don't know if that's how I'm saying it. If that's the right way to say it, at least. Yeah, we'll try and cut into here so that units can't just kind of slip through and cut us off. So let's go secure our supply line. Move up as far as I need to, just get that a little bit. There we go. Then we'll move back this way. Head towards Kavuchi. Okay. Yeah, we've got plenty more space to work with now, which is nice. And what I can do with these recon that are pushing up is we can sort of push the front line as well and just start taking chunks out of it, which is nice. So these fellas, they're going to have to travel all the way up. And I'm going to probably just fill the gap here. Actually, these guys need to be there. Those ones can slip into that slot. Okay, and you can see we're kind of making like a front line just to kind of defend this central part and just kind of encircling this front line. And these, I don't think we're going to need here at the 28th Army. So it may be worth just having them maybe follow up the 35th Cavalry Regiment all the way up here. Or we can shift them all over to the left-hand side, which may also be a decent idea, since there is a lot of forces here. We didn't actually end up getting attacked here. The 166th Rifle Regiment forced Battlegroup Samanicht to head towards Drotichen or Drohichsen. Something like that, I don't know. Anyway, we managed to force them away from the bridge, so they're not going to reinforce across here, which is good. Do we have the point at Vosis? Yeah, we do. We still have that. 50th Guards Rifle Division can reinforce there. Wait, we do have more reinforcements now. We've got the 47th Army reinforcements, which can come in here at Kavutzen. We have some from the 28th Army that I just looked at. The 17th Army doesn't have any yet, and we have the 68th Guards Fighter Regiment ready to go. So probably a good idea to bring in the 70th Army reinforcements at Minsk, Mazowiecki, as soon as we can. When's the next one of those, actually? PM of today. Okay. Oh, we may as well wait for these guys. They will be available next turn. Yeah, we can just spawn them here, which would be great. 47th Army. I guess we probably still have enough right though. So if we brought in the 125th here, and then brought in the fighters, that would leave us with 5 points. We get 20 in the next turn, which is when we bring in the reinforcements of Minsk, Mazowiecki. Yeah, okay, sorted. Let's think about what we're doing about defense. I may just move these guys right next to the artillery. Probably going to have to shift these ones down, but I don't want to leave this road here undefended, because otherwise the recon could just zoom up there, so probably just going to plop them there for now. And I think I'm going to do this attack. So the 173rd Engineer Battalion can join in Phase A, so can the artillery. We're going to commit with the 50th Motorized Rifle Battalion and the 50th Tank Brigade. Do I bring in more tanks in Phase B? This could get really, really bloody. Like, it could be like a nasty, nasty battle. Maybe I should use the Su-85s, because I care less about losing these as I do losing T-34s. Yeah, we'll do that, and then I can shift the 51st Tank Brigade forwards towards Radzimin. I think it's important that we stack our tanks near Radzimin because of the airmen guarding Panzer Division heading our way. So we'll tactical battle this. And we're going to player control. They are bringing in, I think, something in Phase C. It looked like a tank destroyer battalion or something further down. Interesting. So the 5th SS Tank Destroyer Battalion, the 46th Panzer Corps, and the 173rd Tank Destroyer Battalion. So I think that's the Hetzers, the Jagdpanzers, and then whatever that 3rd division was that we haven't seen before. So this is going to be, yeah, quite an interesting battle. I'm probably just going to have a lot of AT guns about, because we can still side-shot these Jagdpanzers quite well. And then just kind of focus in one area. I can also ambush a lot of them with things like Razvedka. How much Razvedka do I have? Just one? Got 4s is 3s though. But these won't be able to penetrate Jagdpanzers too well in the front armor. They do cost 2 points each to bring in, as opposed to the AT guns here that only cost 1 point each. Okay. Right, we're probably going to shift to the left-hand side, I think, with a lot of my tanks. We'll push up this road, I think, is what we're going to do. We do have some 1944s. Maybe a good idea to invest in those for this battle. Okay, so that's going to be our little group up there. Then I'm going to have a couple AT guns here as well, just to kind of cause criticals and so on. Probably going to want a Stalker unit just to kind of go into there. Alright. Then we're going to want to try and occupy this area. Because they have mostly Jagdpanzers, honestly I could maybe just sneak Strelki into the more urban areas and just ambush tanks as they get close, wherever I don't have tanks. So I'm gonna consider doing that. Those two at the back there need to be moved to the other road over here. It would be faster for them. Actually, wasn't that one going to go over here? Yeah. Right, as for these AT guns, I'm going to put one in this far right side, and we're going to put one in here. Probably best to have that on the left road. There we go. Right, aside from those, some Stalky. I don't know if we can get up to there, but we'll give it a go. I have a bunch of Razvedka with these. That's nice. Okay, let's bring those in, although they're pretty expensive. It's because they come in armoured personnel carriers. I don't know if I'd just rather have tanks. I might just have a bunch of tanks in the centre and we'll just react to wherever they are. Make sure one of those is the leader. I'll just bring them up to like here, I think. Or maybe we can just shift them up to here and then wait until we get eyes on. Let's do that. Off we go. Zoom, zoom. This guy's zooming off up the road with his AT gun in tow. Want to get into position ASAP. And our tank convoy here. Now if we can get a Strelky into this right hand side, this would be a nice place to get a lot of kills. I'm going to leave APCR probably on with the 45 mils. But I am going to put them on return fire so they don't reveal themselves just yet. It looks like they must have just brought in like only Jagdpanzers. Actually, they're not going to have that many points because the other units that were nearby couldn't come in until Phase B, so they're only going to have like 30 points in Phase A, which is not that much at all. So we can probably just overrun them quite fast, honestly. Because we got 40 points in Phase A. I just haven't seen any of the Jagdpanzers yet. Oh, there's one. Spoke too soon. And we've taken a lot of points off them already, which is really nice. I'm probably gonna invest into Razvedka and Sapari on that right hand side. And we'll get another tank to come in the center. Okay, this just needs to keep attack moving forwards. I'm probably going to attack move forwards with these guys. These ones can just keep driving towards these two objectives on the far left. Okay, we actually see a bunch of tanks here that we can engage. So let's maybe just line up like so in there. And then we can engage the Jagdpanzer as it comes out of the trees. I'm going to move the Strelky towards them so they start firing at the Strelky. Right, there's something there in the town. I have to do something about that. Here, we're probably just going to want to attack, move across. They do have a bunch of Pack 40s actually that we can't ignore. Right, now they've got all their formations sorted, we'll give them the attack move order. Oh, this is scary. Look at that. Zoom zoom. They probably don't need to use APCR on those, but oh well. Too late. Oh, and that one's dead as well. Oh, they killed one of mine. One of my T-34 85s was traded. Honestly, this is going a lot better than I thought it would, but now I think about it, they really just don't have that many points to work with in Phase A, so we can just pretty much drive through them. These two are going to have to be careful. We'll bring in a couple more there to accompany those. And I'm going to have to be careful against the Pack 40s as I continue. Like, these guys moving up here is really risky. I may as well have all of the infantry, like the Strelky, running forwards. And I might actually just have more come in. More Strelky, just to kind of zoom up and capture all these points so that we can win before Phase B. That would be the best way to do this, I think. Yeah, let's push up on this side as well. Can have the Sapalian and Razvedka head across to this flag. I might bring up another Razvedka on the right hand side, just in case. Yeah, we're 18 to 6. That's going to be a major defeat in 6 minutes, which is just 1 minute into phase B. It's all good. Let's just see what we can find. Oh, we're going to have to be careful there. Can't reveal myself to the Jagdpanzer. Right, these can attack, move into the backside of those trees as well. Nice, we armor cracked another Jagdpanzer. Well, that's being side shot. Nice. Go on, put a normal round into it. Oh, transmission destroyed. There we go, boom. If that Stroke DP isn't close enough to my other unit, then that's fine, we'll just drive through. Unless there's another... oh shit, yeah, there's another tank there. Okay. 21 to 3, so it's actually a total defeat. This is good. Means they're going to be disorganized. And using normal Strelki would have been better in this scenario, because then I could have house hopped next to them. And next to that Jagdpanzer and killed it. Like these guys have the 300 AP. Whereas the 35 mils penetration from the PTRD is not really going to cut it. We might be able to get a shooter kill or something like that, like a critical. I will give it a go. These guys have managed to get up and around, which is nice. It's going to distract the Jagdpanzer. No way! No way! The first two was shoot to knockout and then shoot to kill. That that was lucky. Oh dear. But I'm not going to complain. I mean, I'm happy with that. Don't mind me. That critical was perfect. Alright, let's just speed it up. It's pretty much over. I've got the Razvedka there, we can kill that one. Boom. Okay, so we killed a few of these Jagdpanzers. I'd like to kill more of them, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance. Make sure we're engaging here. They're actually going to have decent trouble penetrating our frontal armor. But that's victory anyway. Nice, 8 minutes, 44 seconds, very quick. We lost one T-34-85, we traded that for the Jagdpanzer on the left. Good. Probably didn't want to push forwards like that, but there we go. These guys can move back again, but I might leave them there with one action point just so they can reinforce a battle. That's inevitably going to happen. At least the tank destroyer battalion is not going to be leading the charge, so there's not really that many bad tanks here that are going to be able to deal with the 50th Tank Brigade. They could actually, in fact, attack the 50th Motorized Rifle Battalion on its own. That's going to be pretty rough if they do, but I'm sure we can play the attrition. Regardless, time to move these fellas on. The whole idea of that battle was just to make sure that I could push my tanks forwards, so I'll make sure to do so. And yeah, just have these ones bypass as well. We have the reinforcements like coming up and around, so I'm probably going to leave maybe one unit here, but it won't be the units that are actually there already. It'll be one of the units behind. How far out can these get? I might just leave the 189th Tank Regiment here. Just on that road. And then we can shift all of these all the way up. Zoom, zoom. Okay, this one can move quite far as well. What about the AA? So this one can probably deploy now. And this one can move up a bit further. And probably deploy there, or maybe even further up. Okay, we're going to have to find a way to deal with the 1st SS Panzer Regiment 3. I think it's going to be by attacking the 3rd SS Recon Panzer Battalion, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. So we'll look at moving other things first. We do have the ability to actually attack the 5th SSAA Battalion. And that's a bunch of 88s, like 20 mils. Lots of AA in general. How many mortars do we have? We actually have quite a lot of mortars. This could be a good idea. But they would in fact reinforce with SFH 150 mils and SFH 100 mils, which is probably the biggest counter to mortar play. So I'm not convinced that I want to take that battle. If we had the 65th Independent Tank Regiment next to him, maybe we could force the issue, but don't think we're going to be able to this turn at least. I might squeeze up next to them. Yeah, let's move those up. Move those up. Move that up. Just knock on the door here and just blast through in the next turn. Saying that, I don't know, it's really tempting to just attack them. Because we will overwhelm them in numbers on the ground. These guys don't arrive till Phase B. Oh, never mind, they do arrive in Phase A. So they are going to have some Ersatztruppen. And some Panzergrenz. That's going to be like 9 Panzergrenz and 18 Ersatz because of the hard difficulty. So that's more than enough to hold us back and slow things down. Like, bombers aren't a choice, obviously, because we're attacking AA. Also, if I make this attack with the 166th, then I would in fact lose my position on that bridge. So I'm probably actually just going to dig in. That seems like a better idea. Yeah, let's dig in. I'm going to move these... Actually, let's just keep those where they are so they can reinforce if they get attacked. Same deal here. We'll just have these close enough that they can reinforce. The AAA... We could maybe like deploy the AA for now, just in case these ones get attacked. And I'll probably move these one space forwards. Same deal here. Alright, let's bombard. Actually, I guess we could bombard the 5th SS and then attack. Bombarding is kind of useless though, if they recover 3 action points. But if we were going to attack offensively, then that would be the best time to bombard. So I probably will just move these forwards. We'll put them like here. That gives them a better range to hit some other units. Okay, can we move these forwards? Nope, they can't move forwards at all. These ones can though, the SU-122s. So let's maybe force the issue there. And then these guys can just stick on the road. Can probably squeeze these ones forwards. I'm not going to want to go into that gap if they can get hit by a lot of decent units. But saying that, nothing really that decent. We're probably going to attack the 3rd Battalion of the 1541st Artillery Regiment because it's on its own. So I reckon they could probably slip in there, but we'd want to do the attack first just to be sure. Because that will probably pull in the 32nd Cavalry Regiment, so they won't be engaging the 146th anyway. It would just be the 5th SS Panzer Division, HQ, that would be able to initiate. Is more than okay. But unfortunately guys, it has been my time. So I'm actually going to leave it here. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we'll initiate some of these attacks I was talking about. So we'll attack the artillery regiment here. We won't attack on that top side. We managed to get the victory there, which was nice. I may do an attack on this bottom side. Maybe we just continue driving around. But yeah, there's going to be more opportunities for attacks. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.